Franchise relationships are very delicate things. Think about it. Many franchise agreements last longer than many marriages. Just like any other long-term relationship, franchise relationships require a lot of work and nurturing for success. Today, we will explore 3 phases of franchise relationship maintenance. There are a few keys to maintaining good franchise relationships. First, you should have a process. By having processes and procedures that you follow every time, you eliminate a lot of problems, including missing steps or having things falling apart when someone leaves the company. Good communication allows problems to be found and addressed before they fester and get blown out of proportion. Finally, having a good compliance program ensures that the brand integrity is protected for both you and your franchisees. By having processes and procedures in place, you ensure that each step in the franchise lifecycle is executed the same way every time. In this way, you don't miss steps, and you're able to get it right the first time instead of trying to go back and figure out what got missed. Without a process, your actions will be dictated by external stimulus, and you'll be reacting rather than acting. The problem is that this means that the franchisees that make the most noise will get the most support, and those that aren't as assertive will be ignored. By having and following processes and procedures, your time and attentions can be directed to all franchisees appropriately. Finally, if you ever do get into a legal dispute, your documented processes will help show how you supported your franchisees during the time in question. A few processes that should be documented and followed are a sales process, a franchise onboarding process, and an exit process. Good communication will help to keep your franchise network moving smoothly and help keep your franchisees happy and believing in your leadership. Part of good communication is choosing the correct channel, such as a one-on-one call, a conference call, or a mass email when you need to connect to your franchisees. I recommend having scheduled group communication, including a monthly email or newsletter, a quarterly conference call, and an annual franchise conference. In addition to group communication, one-on-one communication is often necessary to address problems and provide support. Individual communication has to be tailored to the stage of the life cycle that the franchisee is in. You should be on the phone with a new franchisee every few weeks at least, whereas that kind of attention will most likely be unnecessary and probably annoying to a mature franchisee with a strong, growing business. A franchise compliance program is a necessity for every franchise organization, regardless of age or franchise count. It's important to remember that your franchisees expect you to police compliance. They bought a franchise to be part of a system, and they have a right to expect consistency among franchised locations. If you don't meet this expectation, you are allowing the dilution of the brand that they bought into. Besides your franchisees, your vendors most likely expect their products to be presented in a certain way and in a specific environment that is your franchise. Failing to maintain brand integrity can endanger these relationships as well. A compliance program also allows you to document any deficiencies or violations. Good documentation is the best protection against legal problems and the best tool during legal confrontations. Finally, you have a system, and it's proven to work. It's your job to do your best to make sure that your franchisee succeeds. Enforcing brand compliance will help you to make sure your franchisee enjoys the success that your brand can offer them.